Have you heard of the Backrooms? Welcome to Cinema Therapy. If you like horror content, hit that like and follow button. Today's movie is called Backrooms by A24. This movie is spun off of a YouTube short called The Backrooms, which I thought was a lot older than 2022. Could have swore I watched it before that. But who knows? I've seen the original YouTube short. That's it. I haven't studied much of the Backrooms. I don't know much of the Backrooms. I don't follow much of the Backrooms. But I loved this movie. I enjoyed it a lot. It was jumpy. It made me jump a couple times. It creeped me the fuck out. It had me on the edge of my seat sometimes, and sometimes it was slow, but that's okay. It didn't affect me at all. It didn't make me tired, and it didn't draw me out of the movie. It didn't do anything like that. The only thing that drew me out a little bit was the ending of the movie, because it was fucking weird, and I want to talk about that. Now, like I said, I don't follow much of the Backroom story, so I didn't know. I went in blind to this movie. I didn't barely even watch a trailer with this movie. Sometimes lately I haven't been watching trailers just to go in blind to see how I like the movie without watching the trailer first. Backrooms was one of those movies, and I was not disappointed. Great performances. I can't pronounce her name, but the main actress, she did a really good job. And then even the one dude that went into the Backrooms. But yeah, no, from the beginning of the movie to the end of the movie, it had me on the edge of my seat. I was wondering what was going to happen next, and if she was going to get out of the Backrooms. Now, this story follows a furniture salesman. He basically lives in his warehouse, in his store, because his wife kicked him out. He's an alcoholic, and he has no place to go, so he lives in the store. The store is dwindling. No one's buying furniture. His life is falling apart. He discovers this room downstairs in his basement, a room within the wall, and it's the Backrooms. This freaky void, endless void of office rooms and hallways and furniture stuck to the wall. It's just dreadful. And he starts documenting this Backrooms place. Well, one day he goes in there with his assistant manager and her boyfriend who's filming. So they kind of go found footage style, which I really liked in this instance, because the Backrooms was mostly found footage. And that found footage scared the shit out of me. So I'm glad they used the found footage aspect a little bit in the movie as well. So that made me happy. But yeah, they get stuck down there in the Backrooms. Like, the boyfriend and the assistant manager chick, like, they fucking disappear and probably die. We don't really know what happens to them. And then he gets stuck down there and leaves his therapist a message saying that he's gone to the Backrooms and he is probably never coming back. So therefore she sets out to find him and discovers this wall in the basement of the place, that the furniture store, and she proceeds to go inside it. Now, some of this shit I would not do. Like, would I walk into a room like that goes through the wall? I don't know. Maybe. Like, part of me, like, really wants to go and, like, research it and, like, do some, I don't know, like, investigative journalism. But, like, then a part of me is like, fuck that. Stay away. Get out of there. Don't even fuck around with that shit. Well, she gets in there, and boy, she gets stuck with him, and he fucking doesn't really kidnap her, but, like, he, yeah, kind of kidnaps her. And he tries to explain the Backrooms to her. And she's like, well, you should just stay here then and don't leave. Let me go, though. So as he's getting ready to let her go, this creature shows up, which later I found out is a version of him as a pirate with a wooden leg. And he's tall, and he's like a creature, like a weird, scary creature. And he ends up killing him. And the furniture salesman guy, sorry, I'm bad with names, but she ends up getting away. And this whole chase sequence with her and this fucking pirate wooden creature thing is fucking chasing after her. And she's going through the back rooms. She goes through all these doors. And then she fucking has to climb up these stairs where it's completely open. And, like, I'm like, fuck that. Like, I'm scared of heights. So, I ain't climbing. I would die. I would just die. I ain't climbing up no stairs to get to no mysterious door. I'd fucking just die. I would not make it out of the back rooms. Let's just say that. So, anyways, we get to the end. She gets through this crack in the wall, barely escapes after a few jump scares and freaky moments. And then this scientist pulls her out, and she gets pulled into this room, and this doctor comes in and starts asking her all these questions. And they start talking about this company, which Scared Steveless knows this shit. Like the name of the company that's behind the Backrooms. A something, but they explain to her what they don't know what the Backrooms is, and they're trying to research it, and that passages all over the world are opening up, and they don't know why, and that this world, since their company used to be an MRI maker, they used to make MRI machines, the main company did. That apparently, from what I'm getting through everything, is that the Backrooms is like an MRI machine, and it copies you once you're inside, and it makes a copy of you, but it's distorted because you move. They're moving copies. So each creature is like a distorted version of yourself. Because the end of the movie, I thought she didn't make it out of the Backrooms. I don't think she made it out. Like, I think the whole thing, like, was just getting caught, I think, was just in her head. And I think she's stuck as a distorted figure inside the Backrooms like everybody else now. I don't think she made it out. But it sounds like she did make it out with the scientist and the doctor guy. Could be. And that version that we see of her distorted at the end of the movie inside the Backrooms is just a copy of her. So I believe that's what's going on. I don't know. I need to watch this again. I need to explore more of the Backrooms. But go watch it. It was a great movie. Their jump scares were really good. And I'd probably have to say I like this movie better than Obsession. I'm going to get a lot of shit for that. But it is true. I do like the Backrooms better than Obsession. But they're both good movies. This is a little better, though, I think. Great job. This was a great job, Kane Parsons. Good job on your first big, huge movie. I loved it. Keep it up. And, yeah, if you've seen it, comment. Let me know what you think. If not, go see it. The Backrooms. Or Backrooms.